Hi, this is the PC Expert Amateur, and we're going to take a look at a fan from Silverstone. I know, but this is not one of the ones that they sent to me. I bought this one myself last year. It's been like a year almost since I bought this one. And it's the Air Penetrator 140i ARGB. And it does have the air channeling thing on the the exhaust side of the fan. So here it is. And this is supposed to channel the air so that it turns and spins straight outward for a maximum of 2.2 meters, which we're going to kind of try to check because 1 meter is about that long. So we're going to find out about that. Also, you'll notice that there is a PWM connector, and then there's this little nubbins here. Now, you could do daisy chaining with it for the lighting this way, or they have a splitter that matches that so that you could split it off by plugging that into there, and then you have this that could be connected to something else, and then there's another socket there. Or you could go from that little 3-pin JST to the standard ARGB and connect that way. So it's got some versatility. I will say, when you plug this in, it is kind of hard to unplug it. So once you're committed, you need to be careful when you disconnect the 3-pin JST because it's very firmly attached. And I'm going to attach it right now because I'm sure that all you ARGB fanatics out there would love to see the amazing lighting on this fan. Well, and this fan is compatible with, the lighting, I should say, is compatible with multiple brands, including Silverstone's own brand of lighting control. Which I am not at all familiar with. I could probably reach out to Tony O at the marketing team in Silverstone and ask for some a link or something, but you're probably better off just going directly to their website or to their Silverstone YouTube channel to find out about that yourself. But if you really want to hear it from me, let me know, and I'll try to get that information from them. All right, so let's take a look at that. First of all, I'm going to turn the light away so that you'll more easily see the colors. And it isn't so obvious from this side, but you can tell by that flare that you're seeing on the screen right up here. There's a bit of a flare that I can see on my screen anyways, that this is pretty bright. Now, I don't know how many LEDs are in there exactly. I'm going to guess 12, but it doesn't say on the website, so I'm not exactly sure about that. But that's what it looks like. So we'll unplug that. And then we can take a look at the actual fan productivity and test that 2.2 meter specification. Now, I am kind of disappointed with this fan because they cheaped out on the sleeve bearing, on the bearings, which are sleeve bearings. So, I am never a fan of sleeve bearings. They die abruptly. They get noisier as they get older. And so to me, I don't know. I learned a long time ago it's better when you can to buy quality instead of just going for the cheap stuff. It's better to save up your money, get something quality that's going to last you a long time. Of course, these days, most things are made to break very quickly. But, when I was a kid, a lot of stuff would last for literally decades. I mean, my sister still has my mother's standing mixer. I have my mother's hand mixer. And we have other tools that used to be my mom's that she bought when I was a little lad. And So, it's just very, very frustrating to me that back in the day they would engineer stuff to last for a long time. And now the cost has gone way up, wages have not, and yet the quality has gone down. It's really just sorry. I'm ranting. I apologize. Let me get back on topic here with the fan. Sorry, I get carried away. All right. And again, just like with the what was that fan? The other fan that I showed you earlier, well, in a different video, there was another fan that had the translucent blades and the lighting was going through very nicely. I think that was the Swift Tech it was this the Kaze Flex from Scythe with the RGB in it, I think, actually. So I wonder if that Kaze Flex was made by Silverstone for Scythe or not, because Silverstone used to make fans for other consumer brands, and now they've moved away from that, according to Tony. All right, so that's pretty quiet. I'm going to turn off my window fan. Just give me a sec. Wow, that's spinning at a very low speed. I hear nothing at all. That is the beauty of a brand new sleeve bearing, though. They're very quiet at the start. Wow, suddenly it just sped up a lot. There's some harmonic resonance. Okay. Kind of noisy. Supposedly that is 41.3 decibels. I don't know. I feel like that's an overestimation of the noise level that this is producing. Now let's go ahead and see how far out this is really going. Okay, so it's not going straight, but it's fairly straight. I mean, there's a little bit of an angle there. And supposedly 2.2 meters. Now, that's about 1 meter right there. Yeah, I think I can kind of feel it around 2.2 meters. It is very, very faint at that point, however. And yeah, so what is this fan good for? Whatever you want to do with it. Now, obviously, this is not going to be suitable for the densest, thickest radiators out there, in my opinion. You know, this is just my opinion, and you're welcome to disagree. I don't care. But, you know, I would go with something stronger than this in that case. But for an air cooler or for the case, I think it's just fine. And it definitely does have the ability to push the air pretty well. Although the real major amount of pressure that it does not go out as far as I thought it might. But it's kind of subjective when you're using your hand. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's check the specs. I just realized that I didn't actually show you the two splitters. So this is the 3-pin JST splitter. You can see it's one short, one long. This is actually the female end, and this is also a female end, and that's the male end with the socket protecting the pins. And then here's the 3-pin JST to the two ARGB standard connectors. So again, the Silverstone Air Penetrator 140i-ARGB or SST-AP140i-ARGB. And then on the hub, it's also got CC14025H12S. And it does have the polycarbonate fan blades, PVT frame, and it's got the integrated air channeling grill. Now, if you're not really concerned about using that air channeling grill, I suppose you could, shave off the excess parts of it that you don't need, and you'll probably get some more static pressure out of that, maybe some more airflow out of that. But if you don't have to. It's expensive. I might have gotten it on sale, but I have $26. CE and ROHS, made in China, 139 by 25, and 30,000 hours, 1 year warranty in the U.S., 2 year in the EU, and also 1 year in Australia. ARGB supported for ASRock, ASUS, BioStar, Gigabyte, MSI, and Silverstone. And it's a fairly heavy fan at 210 grams. And it has 7 blades, and it has dual mounting holes. So it's got it at 120 and 125 millimeters. I'm not sure what the 120 is good for. I was thinking, well, gosh, it would be great if they had 120 and then like a 105 or something like that, but no, that's not what they did. 500 to 2,000 RPMs. I don't know what the variance is. I didn't find that information. The airflow ranges from 18.8 to 73.48 CFMs, which is pretty good. The static pressure ranges from 0.3 to 2.72 millimeters of water, which is also very good. The noise ranges from 14.9 to 41.3, which I think is an exaggeration. The fan's cable for control of the fan itself is 50.5 centimeters. No daisy chaining, no sleeving. The LED cable is 2 centimeters long, because it's that little nubbin that you got to use one of the splitters or both of the splitters with. So it is daisy chainable. It's not sleeved. PWM and ARGB standard connectors. And it has a hydraulic bearing, 12 volts, starting volts of 6, 3.12 watts with a maximum of 3.24, 0.26 amps with a maximum of 0.27, 5 volts. Unfortunately, they did not reveal the amps and watts of the LEDs, which, given some of the other details that they included on their website, like if you, that's the diagram of how the air goes through the grill. But if you go down to the specs, they give you effective airflow range, they give you airspeed, they give you a bunch of stuff, but they don't tell you about the power consumption of the LEDs, which I personally find irksome. I think that if you're gonna do it, go all the way, or just don't. I mean, some people live in areas where electricity is very expensive, and so running ARGB is a premium for them, and they want to know if that's going to be too much for them. All right, it does indicate direction of flow and rotation, turns in a clockwise direction. It has 4 screws. It's got quarter cushions. It's also got those 2 ARGB splitters, and that's all there is. I'd like to thank Grindler at Bleeping Computer for allowing me to share my videos and posts on his website. Bleeping Computer has a lot of resources, including vetted programs, malware removal instructions, malware removal volunteers, other kinds of volunteers for IT, cybersecurity information, and more. It's a great place to go. Give it a try. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.